Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to be talking about adding and subtracting integers. So for today's video, since this is the first time we're seeing adding and subtracting integers, we are going to say for the video that people with positive attitudes are going to be our positive integers labeled with the letter P. And people with negative attitudes are going to be our negative integers labeled with the letter N. So let's see if we can do some examples here in a minute. Here are some steps that we're going to use. First, we're going to separate out each term. 2, if possible, we're going to cancel out all the zero pairs and see what is left over. And these are some good little tips for you right here. If the term signs are the same, you keep that same sign and add the numbers. If the term signs are different, keep the sign of the bigger number, then subtract the numbers. So let's go ahead and do a few examples. So let's start with -7 plus 8. So what we're going to do is step 1. We're going to separate out each term. Each term has a number with a sign with it. Again, number with the sign. Separate it out. Now remember, the negatives we're going to label with an N. The positives, people with positive attitudes, we're going to label with a P. I'm trying to relate this as much to the real world as possible, and we always deal with people that have negative attitudes or people with positive attitudes. So let's see if we can solve this problem. We're going to have 7 people with negative attitudes. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we're going to have 8 people with positive attitudes. So let's go and label those. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, our second set says to cancel out any zero pairs if possible. So a zero pair here would be a negative attitude with a person with a positive attitude. These two would cancel each other out. So that's one zero pair, they're gone. They cancel each other out. Those two conflicting attitudes cancel out one another. Well, look, here's another zero pair. Here's another zero pair. Here's another zero pair. Here's another zero pair. Here's another one. Here's another one. Well, what do I have left over? I have one person with a positive attitude. So your answer here is just a positive 1. So -7 increased by 8 would give you a positive 1. Here's what it's going to look like on a number line. Okay. So where are we going to start at? We're going to start at -7. So I'm going to put a dot here at -7. But then it tells me to go into the positive direction 8 units. Going positive means going from left to right. We're going towards the positive. So let's go to the right 8 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where did I finish off at? I finished off at a positive 1. That would be your answer. Let's look at another example. This time let's do Again, separate out each term. Well, on the left side it says I have 3 people with negative attitudes. So let's go ahead and label them with an N. On the right side here, it says I have 6 people with negative attitudes. Well, let's see. Are there any zero pairs that I can cancel out? No, they all have the same letter N because they're all negative people. So if you have 3 negative people and you have 6 more negative people, you're going to have a total of 9 negative people. Also in my notes, I said if the signs are the same. See how the signs are the same? You keep the sign and you just added the numbers. On a number line, this is what it looks like. It tells me to start at -3. But then it told me to go into the negative direction, which is to the left of 0, 6 more times. So from here, I'm going to go in the negative direction, going to the left, 6 more times. Let's see where we end up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look where we ended up at. -9. Let's see if we can do one more example here. What would be a good one here? How about this? How about -3 plus 7? Well, again, separate out each term. Okay. On the left side, we have 3 people with negative attitudes. 1, 2, 3. But then I have 7 people with positive attitudes. A lot of positive people here. Start by canceling out any 0 pairs. This negative attitude and this positive attitude cancel each other out. That is my 0 pair. Here's another 0 pair. Here's another 0 pair. Well, in life we say opposites attract one another. Well, look at that. They attract each other and then they cancel out one another. Alright, well, what am I left over with? I'm left over with 4 people with positive attitudes. So your answer is just a +4. I also said in my notes that if the signs are different, like they are here, you keep the sign of the bigger number. Well, the bigger number here is 7, and it's a positive number. So I'm going to keep the positive number, keep the positive sign, and then you subtract the numbers. And that's what we did. One more time on a number line, this is what it looks like. It tells me I need to start at -3. But then it tells me to increase or go in the positive direction to the right 7 times. So let's go and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where did I finish off at? I finished off at a +4. I hope this video helps you. We will make another video later involving word problems, and then later we will create one with different rules for multiplying and dividing integers. All right, have a great day, guys.